lot of the time when people are trying to help you with what you're doing, they just skip into the part where they're at and forget that there's a part to start at. And when you're starting out, like let's say you want glowy skin, but right now you have cystic acne. First of all, you need to get rid of the acne. You got to get rid of the bumps, the inflamed parts. Then, once you have smooth skin but dark marks, you start getting rid of the dark marks. Then, after you get rid of the dark marks, then is when you start working on the glowy skin. You see what I'm saying? Hey Key Club, welcome back. If you're not part of Key Club, you're missing out on the best club on the internet. I promise you, it is nothing but up from here. So subscribe, get yourself a key card, and join Key Club. So today we're going to be talking about natural beauty. Here's the thing with natural beauty. I feel like, now this is personal, but I feel like natural beauty has been changed into this stigma where it has to be like, I only do my natural hair, I only wear my natural nails, I only do, like, I feel like natural beauty is not just the features you are born with, but the way you enhance the features you are born with. That is also natural beauty. So what I am going to do today is give you guys my top 5 tips on how to maintain or enhance said natural beauty. Now these tips can go for a lot of different people in a lot of different ways, but I feel like these have helped me the most with my natural beauty journey. Now don't get me wrong, I have always been a natural beauty girl, and it's not because I don't like the nails, I don't like the lashes, I don't like the hair. Child, it's expensive out here. So I had to figure out ways to really make me look like I'm on and popping without having to spend on and popping money. But trust and believe, when I get on and popping money, I will be on and popping. Not to say that natural beauty is not on and popping, but you know, sometimes certain things make you feel prettier than other things. Like for me, getting my nails done makes me feel the prettiest. Like you can't talk to me when I got my nails done. It's click clack, the bat is back, okay? But I can't wear nails because I work in the food industry, so it's not allowed. But trust and believe, if I had nails, videos would be looking like this all the time. You would never see my hands outside of a frame ever. I mean, I also am very animated, so it could be that too. Let's start with number 1. My number 1 tip, and y'all have seen me do it a million, a trillion times, is to face steam. It hydrates, it plumps the skin, it opens the pores, it moisturizes, it kills bacteria. There's so many benefits to face steaming. Now I'm not saying you gotta go and get a face steamer like me, okay? I got mine off of Vanity Clinic, but you can get you a little bowl, put some hot water, put a towel, have your face getting steamed. It's the same thing. Hot water, steam, boom, you got your steam. Steaming is the number 1 thing for that glowy effect, because it opens up your pores enough so that when you get all your products, like y'all know me, I got like a trillion step skincare routine. You get all your products, now it's seeping in better, so now your skin is really getting a kick for what your money is worth on those products. Because before I was face steaming, I mean, obviously I started face steaming at a young age. I'm currently 23, so I've been face steaming since I was in high school. I wasn't aging in high school, if that makes sense. So now that I am nearing to that part where they'd be like, okay, it's time to start looking at anti-aging products, which by the way don't really work. You can't reverse wrinkles unless you really reverse it. If you know, you know. So skincare products aren't going to change what already has been done. So you have to do preventative care in your younger years. So I started with face steaming because I learned that it could kill the bacteria in my skin, which was causing me to break out. Well, that's what I learned. I never went to a dermatologist for my face before. I've been figuring all this stuff out from pure Google, trying it out, doing what I need to do. So I learned that when I face steam, it opens up my pores enough for my face mask to get in, and then for my products to seep in and seal after. So I highly recommend face steaming for any skincare routine. But I do know that if you're like, I think if you're oily, you shouldn't be using it. as much. Like, I know when you have, it was one or the other, but it was like if you use it too much. No, I think it was oily. Like, you shouldn't use it as much when you're oily, because then it's gonna start making your skin dry. I don't know the science. I just know for my skin, I face steam once a week. I don't know what I researched to come to that, but I face steam once a week. So face steaming, face steaming, face steaming. And if you want to double up face steam and mask, I always face steam and mask. But because if I'm already doing the face steam, I might as well do the mask, because it's too much work to get the face steam together. So I might as well do both if I'm going to do it and go all out. So face steam, and if you want to double up, do a mask. But that is my tip number 1. Steam, okay? Steam. Number 2, moisturize. Face, body, creases, all things in between. Moisturize. I cannot stress to you guys enough how crispy and ashy I see grown adults looking in the streets of New York City. You should not be looking like that at your big age. You need to be moisturizing when you get out the shower. You need to be moisturizing when you're leaving the house. You need to be moisturizing when you feel dry. You need to be moisturizing, moisturizing, moisturizing. You are not just moisturizing for glowy skin. You're moisturizing to maintain elasticity in your skin. As you get older, your skin does not regenerate the same way that it has always been. You get wrinkles. You get dry skin. You get older. You get older. So because of all of this, you need to maintain your skin as long as possible for the longest lasting results. So if you want your skin to look like you're 50 in your 80s, you need to be working on it in your 20s for when you're 50. You cannot just wait until you see a wrinkle to start wanting to prevent wrinkles. I mean, it's gonna come, but if you can prevent it for as long as you possibly can, why not? I mean, aging is a beautiful thing, but I personally don't want to look like I'm crossing the finish line when I'm just getting started. So moisturize. Put it on the skin, rub it in good, and get you a good moisturizer. Stop with the Bath and Body Works. I use Bath and Body Works, but that is not moisturizing me like CeraVe. That is not moisturizing me like Cetaphil. You need to pick and choose. It's okay to want Bath and Body. I use Bath and Body Works, but I use CeraVe first, and then Bath and Body Works for the scent. Now, Bath and Body Works does have like higher moisturizing, like they have ultra hydration and they have regular lotion. I always opt for ultra hydration, and that's still not enough. You need a thick slab on type of moisture when you get out that shower. You can use Bath and Body Works for like when you're running outside, going to run errands, or going to school, going to work, whatever. But you need to be making sure that if you're not doing anything for your skin, it is you're moisturizing it, not even just externally but internally as well. You need to be drinking water. You need to be having cucumbers. You need to be moisturized. I'm telling you, moisture will take you so much further than any pill, any vitamin, you need moisture. Moisture, because moisture is the foundation, the base, the first start to natural beauty being elevated. When you're hydrated, your hair is fuller. When you're hydrated, your nails grow longer. When you're hydrated, your skin is elastic. Hydration is the foundation to anything that you're gonna put on top of it. So it's like hydration, then vitamin C. Hydration, then sunscreen. And while we're on the topic of hydration, sunscreen. You need sunscreen. I don't care what skin color you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. You need sunscreen. Everybody gets in contact with UV rays. Everybody's skin is affected by UV rays. You need to be wearing sunscreen. Not even just on your face. I personally have a face moisturizer that is also sunscreen, but I use Tropics sunscreen. You need to be using sunscreen. Sunscreen is not, and I get it, you don't want the white cast. The sunscreen I use, Tropics, it doesn't give me a white cast. So fool around with the sunscreens and find out what sunscreen works for you. But you need to be wearing sunscreen every day, not just on sunny days when it's like 80 degrees and sunny. You need to be wearing it when it was 60 degrees and cloudy, because UV rays still go through the clouds. You need to be wearing sunscreen every single day on every part of your body that shows through the sun. Because I mean, you know, in the wintertime we be wearing like a shirt and a coat and a sweater. Like I don't think the sun is gonna be going through all of that stuff. I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I personally don't wear sunscreen on my body like every single day when I'm in the wintertime, but in summertime, especially springtime, especially fall time, I mean, depending on how your fall looks in your city, but sunscreen, y'all. Sunscreen and moisture. Internal, external moisture, then sunscreen. You get me? Okay. Since we've been talking about internal and external, let's go into number 3, which is increasing water, increasing vegetables, increasing antioxidants, but you're going to decrease your salt intake and decrease your sugar intake, especially processed sugars. Y'all, let me tell you, I personally have had my fair share of a sugar intake. Your girl loves sugar, okay? But the thing about sugar, no matter where it comes from, because I also have a fruit addiction too, sugar just makes your face fat. Oh my goodness. I don't know what the sugar and the salt does, or maybe it can be because we're in America and that's just the food, but it makes your face fat. It just bloats you up, and that is exactly why after you eat a good meal, that's why I always say pictures before the meal, because I know as soon as I eat, my face just gets like bloated. It is so bloated, and you're never giving just snatched. You're never giving just I'm her. You're giving, oh, she just ate good. Oh, what did you eat today? Like, and I don't like everybody can have their own opinions. Everybody can have their own opinions. I personally hate when my face is bloated for pictures. That's why my boyfriend knows. He knows if I want to take pictures, the pictures got to come before the meal, which means we got to get there at least 30 minutes before the reservation so that I can get the pictures, and then we can eat and have a good time. As long as I already got my pictures, we can have the best time we ever want. But if I didn't get the pictures yet, I'm eating a leaf of lettuce. I'm drinking a sip of a curated drink. Okay, your girl is not with the bloats for pictures. And I personally have found that when you increase your antioxidants, that fights off whatever fungal or bacteria you got going on internally that will prevent the breakouts. You drink water, you're hydrating so that your body can move. Your body, I don't know if you guys know this, but your body uses water for a lot. For your body to properly function, it needs to what? Be moisturized, have that hydration, that water. I drink a lot of water, and that also helps to my clear skin. But the number one thing out of the 3 things that I'm saying is the vegetable intake, because what I learned was when you are eating a lot of cucumbers, celery, what else? Just hydrating vegetables, it really does give you that glow that you're looking for. I mean, some people don't like just eating. I mean, I personally don't like celery, but I'll juice it. I like cucumbers to an extent. Like, I wouldn't just eat a bare cucumber, but I will put a cucumber in a salad and eat it as a salad, but not like with a dressing salad, but like cucumber salad. Or I would have like cucumbers juiced in like cucumber apple. I have a juicer, so I can juice it. I mean, obviously everybody doesn't have a juicer, so if you don't have a juicer, then you can just eat it. But I have a juicer, so I can also do cucumbers, apples, ginger, and that's really good with a little bit of mint. I also like, you know, just getting hydration from foods, vegetables specifically, but foods, it makes it so much better for your body. I don't know the science behind it, y'all. I just know from my personal experience that when I get the vitamins, the nutrients, the hydrations that I need from the fruits and vegetables that I intake, it completely changes the game. Like, for example, you need iron. Like, I'm anemic. I found that out like this year, so I've been trying to find ways to intake iron without it being the pill, because the pill, TMI, backs you up. So I have red meat a little bit more, I have more salmon, I have tuna, I increase my iron in other ways than just taking that pill, because like I said, the pill backs you up. Overall, getting your nutrients, getting your hydration, getting your antioxidants, getting your like vitamin C, all of that, it's just better to eat it from the natural thing that it comes from. But if you can't, I do suggest getting vitamins, because that also helps with the skin, the hair, the nails, all the things that you want to correct. It is in the food that you eat. But a lot of the time, you guys are trying to fight it by using external products, but Everything is from the inside working its way out. Think of it like this. If you have to eat every day to survive, right? Your body needs to digest the food that it ate. It needs to work it into your bloodstream. It needs to then utilize whatever it just internalized and took in, and it has to use it to either, you know, think for the day, because your brain is never stopping. Your brain is always moving, so it needs a lot of energy for that. It needs a lot of energy to do whatever it did for the day. So after it used all of its energy for the necessities, because you need energy to eat, and then you eat for the energy. You use the energy and all the things you eat for all the necessities. What is left for your nails to grow? What is left for your hair to not be brittle? What is left for your hair to be thicker? What is left? What is left for that shiny, glowy skin? What is left? You guys aren't leaving anything for it to be like, oh, bet, bam. Like, you need to leave a little something, which is why I say intake. Number 4, and this one I think helped me a little bit more when I got later into my journey. Even though I was always using it, I don't think I needed to always use it. I needed to just find the time when it was time for me to start using it, which is exfoliating. Exfoliating removes dead skin. It creates a smoother skin. It helps you remove dark marks because you're constantly shaving off that layer of skin. But I don't think you need it when you first start. Like, if you have like really bad acne, you don't need to be exfoliating. You need to be treating the acne first. Like, a lot of the time when people are trying to help you with what you're doing, they just skip into the part where they're at and forget that there's a part to start at. And when you're starting out, like, let's say you want glowy skin, but right now you have cystic acne. First of all, you need to get rid of the acne. You got to get rid of the bumps, the inflamed parts. Then, once you have smooth skin but dark marks, you start getting rid of the dark marks. Then, after you get rid of the dark marks, then is when you start working on the glowy skin. You see what I'm saying? There's steps to this, and I don't think that I needed to exfoliate at the time that I started, but now, as a person with clearer skin, a regimen, and, you know, all things in between, I feel like exfoliating is that next step to glowy skin, because it gets rid of whatever. Not only does it get rid of dead skin, but I think it does a little bit more than that. It helps you even out your skin tone. It gets rid of, like, it just does a lot of things. You guys can Google it. I Googled it a long time ago. Like I said, I've had the same skincare routine since I was in high school. It hasn't really changed since then, and I did all my research at that time. Haven't researched it since. I don't know the new things. I mean, I do have my esthetician that, like, gives me a little bit of tips and tricks here and there, but for the most part, I do what I've always been doing, which is clean the skin, fight the germ, hydrate, exfoliate, do the shebang, do it again. So I just make sure that I exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week. I exfoliate 3 times a week, but I don't do it right. Don't do it the way that I do it. I do Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, because in my head it's Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. So in my head, I'm doing a big gap in between it. So you shouldn't really do that. You're supposed to exfoliate like in between. So you're supposed to be like Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. Or like maybe like Wednesday, Saturday, or Sunday, Wednesday. But you're not supposed to be exfoliating the way that I do it. I just feel like in my head that I exfoliate on Sunday. Then there's a little bit of space for the skin to rejuvenate. Exfoliate again on Wednesday, a little bit of space for the skin to rejuvenate, and then on Saturday and Sunday it's like, we gotta get this out, we gotta get this out. So your girl is scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. And I also dry brush. Y'all need to be dry brushing for that blood circulation to keep that skin what? Nice and plump and tight. Yup, all about the elasticity. The elasticity is what gets you from where you are to where you want to be with that glowy skin. Okay, and I know I'm talking a lot about skin because that's where my expertise is at, but if you guys want a little bit of tips on hair, if you want a little bit of tips on nails, if you want a little bit of tips like just on anything else in general, I have a little bit of knowledge here and there. Your girl has been doing this for a very long time because, like I said, money prevents me from doing the whole getting my nails done, getting my hair done. Like, your girl did her own box braids. I does this stuff for, not for a living, but because I have to. So if you need more tips and tricks, just let me know. But like I said, exfoliate. Number 5, and this one is a little bit random, but I do think it will help you significantly in the long run, which is to stay away from the screens. The phone screen, the iPad, the monitor, the TVs. It shows in the posture, in the way that you sit, it shows in the way that you stand, it shows in your eyeballs. I'm telling you guys, I can always tell 100% of the time when somebody is always looking at a screen. Your eyes look so dead because something about the screens and the doom scrolling, it just gives you lifeless. I don't know what it is about it, but I just can always tell. Me personally, I'm not always on my phone screen. Like, I edit and I record and I do all of these things, so I have to intentionally find time to stay away from screens. So what I do is I read, I cook, I bake, I find hobbies outside of just being on my phone. Like, yes, I love doing YouTube. Yes, I love creating TikToks, but y'all, this your real life. This your real life. Like, this your real life. Take care of it. Take care of you. So I recommend like having a regimen. Like me, I only go on my phone, like literally just sit there, and if I want to watch somebody, like I be on Snapchat to watch like a few influencers, their day in their lives. I watch YouTube videos. I watch, like, you know, a few creators on Instagram, but not really so many that I need Instagram. So what I do is during the day, I offload everything, y'all. When I tell you everything, I mean everything. Every social media account that I have, offloaded for the whole day. I unload it back when I'm at work in my little morning, when I be eating my slow matcha in the morning. I be eating my little breakfast. Screen time. Finish that, offload it again. It's offloaded all the way until probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because that's when I have dinner and that's when I'm chilling. That's my next screen time. Offload it again. And my last re-onload, which it kind of doesn't make any sense because I offloaded to unload it, but 8 o'clock, because it gives me that last little umph of I checked in on everybody that I watched, I seen everything that needed to be seen, and that's it. That's all. So I highly recommend staying away from the screen times, but like I said, it's your life, do what you want with it, but I'm just letting you know that it shows and I see it. So no tea, no shade. But I love y'all. I hope my 5 tips gave y'all enough advice to really understand that natural skincare, natural life care, natural beauty in general is not just being, oh, well, I want to make sure that people only see the person that I was born to be, and da 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 da. If you can enhance it, why not? If you can make it better, why not? Like, it's not like it's not you. It's just you elevated. And who don't want to be elevated? Soft life and elevated. Soft girl, luxury, chic, elevated. How about that? If you're not subscribed by now and you watched the whole video, you're just being shady. Get yourself a key card and join Key Club. But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh, my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Makita, MAK3D8_. Follow my business page on Instagram at Lux and Post, and follow my business page on TikTok at Lux and Post. And I will see y'all in the next one. Love y'all. Beep.